But before I end this podcast, I got to put a little story out there. I went and actually go see Stephen A. Smith yesterday. He had his book signing, and for Straight Shooter. Congratulations to Stephen A. Smith for a great book so far that I am reading. I left work 2 hours early to go see that man in Philadelphia at 1901 Vine Street at the Free Public Library. I went to go see him. And that man was just as much humblest man that I ever met in my life. Stephen A. Smith is the reason why I'm sitting here today doing this podcast by myself. Because if he can go out there and put out a podcast 3 times a week and still be on the road signing thousands and thousands of books, being on ESPN First Take, being on Good Morning America, being on Sherry, being on all of this, I could do this just like this, where I have 2 YouTube channels that just had podcasts on it. It's this one, which is the Darian Hopkins Show, and Spotlight Football Talk. And Stephen A. Smith put that battery in my back to keep going. Don't quit. Do your research. Don't care what nobody else says. No matter who left your life, no matter if there's no network no more, it doesn't matter who's with you anymore. You still keep doing you. Be your authentic self. And know your worth. That's what I got out the gems from meeting Stephen A. Smith yesterday. He signed my book. And I told him that people say I remind him of Stephen A. 2.0 or baby Stephen A. Smith when I'm talking and debating sports. And I love the fact that I told him that. I love the fact that I was able to take a picture with him. I love the fact that he's a black man in America being successful where nobody gave him a chance. His mom gave him a chance. God bless her soul. He suffered from dyslexia, like myself. And that guy does everything in his world to make sure he remains successful, from losing his job from ESPN back in 2009 and being rehired with ESPN and never looked back. Leaving the Enquirer because he was working at ESPN. Leaving the Enquirer because he knew his worth. And that's what I'm doing here on the Darian Hopkins Show. Is knowing my worth and saying what I want to say and how I want to say it 100% raw and uncut on this. This is just more than just sports here. This is more than sports. This is bigger than sports when I met Stephen A. Smith. Bigger than sports. Nobody can tell me nothing. That was a dream that came true. I never thought I would be even close to Stephen A. Smith. And I was. And nobody can tell me a goddamn thing about what he said. Watch the company you keep and stay focused. Keep your head down, 10 toes down, and keep going. Don't quit. So I want to thank you, Stephen A. Smith. Thank you for the gems you dropped. Me leaving 2 hours before my shift was done to come see you. Thank you for the book. Thank you for putting that battery in my bag to keep going and doing this podcast, because I was going to quit. But I'm not. I'm here to stay and look forward to more episodes of the Darian Hopkins Show.